is up, my YouTube friends? Welcome to Storytime. Yeah, I'm going to do some of these story times, whether with me or other people that I find that have an interesting story. And these are just little stories. They're not really, they're just memories, really, and stories of when I was a kid. And yeah, just something different. Kind of tired of trains. Tired of trains. Tired of trains. Yeah, tired of trains. Tired of seeing trains, looking for trains. So here's the story. 10 years old, about, yeah, around there, 10, 11, something like that. During the summer, I would spend some time at my aunt and uncle's farm in New Jersey, and my uncle was a hog farmer. He raised hogs his whole life, and yeah, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I wanted to be a farmer when I was a kid, just because it was something different and it was cool. You got to, I don't know, do things that you didn't get to do as a city kid. So one day I'm at the farm, and they were loading hogs. They were getting ready to load hogs, and I remember. So one of the things that they used to do when you're 10 years old or 11, and they were doing things that you really couldn't help with, because you could help with feeding the pigs and slopping and doing things like that. But sometimes you couldn't help with certain things, and they were loading these big sows. I remember big boars and sows, taking them to market. They were huge, man. They were like 600 pounds, and I remember them. And so anyway, they're getting ready to load things, and the truck's away from the dock to shoot to load, and like I said, when you can't help, you're doing something else. And I used to sit in the trucks and pretend I was going somewhere. Just pretend I'm driving, just sit there and steer the wheel, and just pretend I'm driving somewhere. And I think every kid did that, right? And so this one time, my he wasn't really my uncle. Who he was just a farm. Wasn't a farm guy, but he was one of the relatives of one of my uncles. And my uncle was my mother's sister's husband. So his brothers weren't my uncles, but I called them uncle. So Uncle Frank says, "Back it up." I'm like, back it up? I never did that. Like, what do you mean? He's like, back it up. And it's like, he start telling me how to do it. And mind you, I didn't back up very far. A couple feet maybe, if that. But he's like, back it up. And he walked me through it at 10, 11 years old, however old I was. And that was the coolest thing ever. And I remember that memory like it was yesterday, you know, where it was. I could tell you exactly where it was on the farm. They still have the farm today. It's different, but and another memory is like I used to go help my dad when I was a kid, uh, out on the bread route delivering bread. And one day my dad, so mind you, my dad, he would deliver early in the morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. He'd be driving through these little towns in New Jersey, farm towns. And one day he let me drive the truck. He taught me how to drive. And I was probably like, I want to say 11 or 12, maybe 13. Can't remember exactly, but he let me drive, and I actually drove one of his trucks down the road. That was a cool thing. And I used to do it every once in a while, on these back roads. He'd let me drive. He'd let me drive a little further each time. And the funny thing is, my dad was really a friendly guy. My dad, he made friends anywhere he went. And so one of the, I guess one of the things about going through these little towns and being the bread man is you make friends with the police. right? So I can remember the chief of police. He used to be really great friends with. And one morning, he says, "You gonna let the boy drive?" and yeah, sure enough, he let me drive again. But here's this chief of police saying, "Hey, you gonna let this kid drive?" And it was just like unheard of. Today, that would be like unheard of, right? Things that like make you go, "No way, that wouldn't happen today." That was just some memories. I'm going to keep sharing some memories and maybe bring some other people's memories because we all got them. Go find somebody that has some memories and get them to share them with everybody else. Be well, be blessed until the next memory. I'll see you, and I'll see you.